Let's speak to Pierre-Jean Clausse, who joins us from Marseille in France. Thank you so much for joining us, Pierre-Jean. Much has been made of Donald Trump's election and its potential impact on international climate negotiations. Are these fears justified?
There are a lot of fears, definitely, and a lot of thoughts that are being put at the international level on the election. We have one very specific threat, which is that Donald Trump has, during his first mandate, threatened and acted upon leaving the Paris Agreement. And now he is threatening again to leave that same Paris Agreement. And it really seems like we are going to be in a world where the regional blocs are going to be very polarized and very incentivized to actually go forward and have a more important negotiating power, whether it's the European Union, the African Union, or other regional blocs. They're going to be emboldened to take on a role of a more prominent climate action leader in the international stage.
And loss and damages and who pays has been an issue where leaders have been unable to reach a resolution previously. What do you hope will be achieved there?
Well, we do hope that there's going to be a strong and sustained financial support towards least developed countries or developing countries, mainly because it's one of the most important issues of this COP. This COP, we really hope that it's not going to be only a finance COP, and that's going to be substantial. The issue of sustainable finance is very important, but it needs not to hinder the very important need to go towards a full phase out of fossil fuels. And then afterwards, this is also the path for a more sustainable world in this case.
And you mentioned the role of the regional bloc and Europe in going forward and helping us reach those goals. Do you believe that Paris and our targets there are still within reach?
If you look at most of the predictions, it says that we are not on the best path, but we are still on a good path to actually go forward and try our very best to actually meet those agreements. But to meet those targets and the targets that were all set in the Paris agreements and forward, we need ambitious actions. We cannot content ourselves with a COP that would just be an intermediary between Dubai and Belém next year in COP30. We need a COP with tangible actions that we are going to have a meaningful impact to all the population throughout the world, because it is not fair that populations that do not contribute to climate change are the most impacted. That's one key principle that has been talked upon, debated upon, but it's really key that we actually put our actions where our thoughts are.
Certainly. Pierre-Jean Clausse live for us from Marseille. Thank you so much for your time.